basic income, $1,000 a month for everyone, including, say, Allison Camerata?
Yes, that's exactly right. And we need to make this move because we're in the midst of the greatest economic and technological transformation in the history of our country. The reason why Donald Trump's our president today is that we automated away 4 million manufacturing jobs in Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin. And my friends in Silicon Valley know full well.
Hey, you. Welcome back to the channel. And I hope you all are having a great day. I want to talk about Donald Trump being a symptom of a problem, but not the disease, but not the core problem. And I think it's very important that we distinguish the differences here, especially as it seems that the way that the Democratic push to have this idea of solely eliminating Trump and defeating Trump as being their main goal and focus without addressing or keeping a clear focus, I think, in direction on policy and convincing the American people based on policy. So I think this turns out to be a problem for what it seems to be the Democratic side push, and that as the video opens up with Andrew Yang expressing that the reason Donald Trump got elected was due to 4 million jobs being automated away in Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa. Those conditions are what caused Donald Trump to be elected, not Donald Trump and not what Donald Trump does, right? And without keeping a focus on that, what it seems what's going to play out here is that the Democrats are going to now try to push for a person who they believe comes off as very confrontational in the sense of competing with Trump on his level, right? Competing in the circus. Now, this is a problem, and I think what the end result can be with a direction like this is a very bad one, with the Democrats not winning, because this is very akin to and very similar. It's almost like the roles have been reversed, right? When we go back to the Obama administration, there was a time when the Republicans, anything Obama did, their whole goal was just to get rid of Obama. Good policy, bad policy, doesn't matter. And this is what it seems to be happening with the Democrats and their push towards Donald Trump, right? Now, the problem is this can backfire a great deal because, number one, it's hard to beat a sitting president. And it's especially hard to beat a sitting president in a so-called good economy. And it's going to even be worse as they're going to try to meet him on his own playing field. They're going to meet him in his backyard, which is the circus of, throwing tit for tat back with Donald Trump. That's where he wants to draw them into. And what's going to end up happening is the American people are going to start to see that the Democrats are more so delivering that is the entire solution to all of the problems. Get rid of Donald Trump, right? But you got to address the jobs. You got to address those 4 million jobs that have been automated away, and that might not be coming back. They have no solutions as to how to deal with that. And of course, with Andrew Yang, we know it's the freedom dividend, right? So I know a lot of people who are on the Democratic side who come, who watch the channel, and they have certain other Democratic candidates that they're maybe could see that they think would create a good president, if Andrew Yang didn't make it in. But to be quite honest, if I'm being quite honest, when I really look at the full picture of things, besides Donald Trump, besides Andrew Yang, these other Democrats, to me, they come off kind of under that same idea just to defeat Donald Trump, right? With no real lasting policies that address issues and problems that are here on the horizon, right? Because we haven't really heard anything other than them cheering for a candidate who can defeat Trump in some kind of way. And it's not really that they can defeat Trump; it's more so that they they will be able to compete in the circus with Trump in that certain way, because that's the kind of politics we've become accustomed to seeing now. We only feel it's winning and victory when you can go throw tit for tat with Donald Trump, right? But that's what Donald Trump wants them to do. He wants to distract them and draw them off their focus of what's good policies, and to stick with the policies that are going to make the American people more healthier and stronger. He wants them to get sidetracked, attacking him back and forth, because that's his game and he's going to win it. And my thoughts are any Democrat who tries to meet him in that way, Biden, Kamala Harris, any of them, they're going to lose. Now, if we go back again to kind of compare the Obama administration when he faced off against Mitt Romney. Now, you had a sitting president who's hard to beat. It's hard to beat a sitting president. But you had a sitting president and basically a bad economy, right? Which is why I think Mitt Romney became very overconfident that he could beat Obama, because the economy was bad, and he thought that maybe the people would blame Obama. But that just goes to show how hard it is to beat a sitting president, that Obama couldn't be beat even in a bad economy, right? And so a lot of candidates on the Democratic side that I guess are the hope to defeat Trump, you know, when we dissect them and we take each one of them apart, again, keeping in mind that the Democratic push to kind of push them into the circus, meaning they're going to be up there, you know, playing this reality TV show, you know, throwing, you know, insults back and forth to Donald Trump. You know, even when we just look at it from that standpoint, which is not going to be putting them in a very good place. We have to consider as well that they're not going to be addressing problems that go over to the American people, or that look like something that's going to solve many of the problems that American people have. And that's going to be jobs, right? Better jobs in this economy. So I think Andrew Yang is on the right track by not getting sidetracked by this. Stick with the policy, stay with the policies that he has, and go forward to defeat Donald Trump that way. Don't fall under the pressure of, you know, changing up and trying to just be the person whose whole goal is to defeat and beat Donald Trump. So that seems to be what the push is, I think, with the Democrats. I don't think it's going to work. Biden and Bernie Sanders, you know, although some people feel they might have a more of that approach, that confrontational approach to try to handle Trump, we also have to bear in mind, and I'm not an ageist, you know, I don't believe in ageism. I take wisdom over age any day of the week. But the idea remains that there's a age minimum to be president of the United States. Is 35 years old. But when it comes to how old a candidate can be, we don't seem to have one, and maybe we should, because we have to bear in mind that both Biden and Bernie Sanders, as they go forward through a term, by the time they make it through their first term, they're going to be in their 80s, right? And so those are things we have to keep in mind, you know, and we can go down the line with, you know, some problems I think we're going to have with many other candidates. But anyway, that's all I want to say in the video, that we need to look at Trump as the symptom and not the disease. And the disease needs to be cured, you know, in order for us to win this election, and I think reach the American people and really solve the problems overall. But that's all I want to say in this video. I hope you all like content like this, and if you do, please be sure and like and subscribe. Until next time, take care.